Hey guys, how's it going? Jason here again. So, last time on the MG we did get a good bit done. This area here is mostly complete. Need a repair here still. And then we do need to finish this area and have a crack at doing this. But from like here around is mostly done. This here obviously needs hammered back and welded up. There's a wee interesting patch over here which I don't know what happened or what's going on, so we're gonna cut that out. And yeah, I haven't even been out to the shed since last week because, well, I've been feeling terrible and I haven't even cleaned up from last week, so I'll probably get the cleaning up done first and then we'll maybe cut this out and see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm finding really hard to get some motivation today, but cleaned the floor up a wee bit so I'm not standing all that crap, and trimmed a few bits of this wing, so we got the wing kind of sitting on there now, just so I could see what was going on up here. And I do have the wee bit broken off. This is in my pocket, and here it is. So that goes on there like so, which I'll have to fix later. But I wanted to mount this on here just to see what sort of line I have to follow to get up to here, and it's not really that difficult really. We'll look at it like this. I am going to do what I didn't do on the other side, and when I cut this out I'm going to just lower it down just to say 3 or 4 mil, just so when I go to blend this all in I'll have a bit more area to fill with fiberglass and matting. I think that'll be a nicer job. So yes, that there doesn't look too sophisticated, so we'll take that off. I said we'll take it off, but it fell off anyway. Damn. Let's set that down nice and gentle, and I'll put that somewhere where I'll remember where I put it, in that box with all the tools. And then just to get this area over here cut out now. Right, so we have multiple patches by the looks of it. Dude, that's not going to be a very difficult fix there. Pretty much it had rusted through the 2 skins and then someone's welded the patch on the outside, from what I can see by just looking at this. I'm gonna go clean back this seam sealer just to see how bad these welds actually are. Well, I did this really more out of curiosity than anything, but this is the level of repairs that people have done to this car before, and well, you've seen it throughout the car so far, but yeah, we have a high benchmark to level up to. So pretty much this is going to be very simple, this one. I'm just going to probably get, what I'm going to do is feather this outer skin out, basically put like a tape around it, or a bevel in it should be the word I'm using, and get a bit of 3mm, put it in there, crack the weld up a bit higher and just melt that in, and that should be pretty good. And it'll be one wee repair done. So I don't see a whole lot of other bad areas not there, but we'll clean it up when we're doing when we're primering all this anyway, and make sure that we haven't missed anything. But yes, I'm gonna get a bit of metal cut for this now and clean this up, and then we will see what we can do. So boy Ryan, I know he does this sort of thing for a living, and he said to get myself some of these abrasive pads. He says a cracker for taking off all this underseal and everything in there, and he sent me a link, so I bought them and we'll see what they do. Yeah, so that's way quicker than a wire wheel quadder and does a good job. So, cheers, man. He does have a YouTube channel, but he hasn't uploaded in a while. I think it's called Below This. So, check him out if you can. So you can probably tell by those last few clips that I wasn't really feeling it too much yesterday. So I just got this welded in. It's a bit of 3mm flat in there, and crank the welder up and got it burnt in real good. Grind it back, so that bit's done. I also did this bit, so I only thought I had to do this patch, but when I got that patch in and actually locked this bit, it was all rotten out along here. So we replaced this bit as well, so I now have this bit done. Obviously you need to come back and primer and everything, but we're not going to do that just yet. So next up, we have two options. Well, I've got plenty of options, but on this front I can either work on this area, which I'm still trying to put some sort of battle plan together. I do want to have this slightly lower than the outside, and maybe so I can get more blending area. But I was thinking maybe just have we go with this floor, or I suppose I could patch this area. Might do this wee easy one first, and then work myself up to doing something more complex. Yeah, I think I'll do that. There's a wee hole there. What's going on right here? Must have caught it with a grinder there at one stage. So there's a wee hole there I need to fill. But yeah, I'll just cut this out now. Should be pretty handy, this one. Basically just cut it out like a wee patch. Hopefully it's not too far going everywhere else. But yeah, I'm gonna get working on that. So a couple of patches made now. I did also go ahead and patch up this area where the switch was, because there was a couple of pinholes in it. So I've done that there. So this here is going to sit there like so, and then this one here is going to be there like that, and then we'll trim this to length. Probably not going to be able to weld this on right now, because it's going to be hard to get the angle in there. So we'll just stitch what we can, and then when we're doing the inside of the car, there's going to be plenty of other opportunities to do that, and I'm sure I'm not going to miss it, right? But yes, I'm going to get this welded in now, like that. Get that back one in, and then we can cut the length and we can move on to something else. Well, this is not a delightful little find. I knew this floor pan was rotten. I thought it was just the front. Didn't think the back was going to be as bad as this. But yeah, this whole bit here is gone. There's that hole that we found when we were doing the outer sill, and I said repair it later. So I need to do that. I did just cut the seat out because I couldn't get to the bolts, and we're not putting the seats back in again anyway. But yes,
like all this rust, I didn't put this rust in here. This was just rust that was already hanging about in here. There's a gaping hole here on the seat mount. Yeah, but I'm just basically gonna brush this all out, and then we'll see where we're at from there. This is what it looks like all brushed out then. Hit a couple of whacks with a hammer to take out off that sound deadening. But yeah, it's not great now, I must say. So I'm going to try and make some new floor, and I don't think it should be too hard really. Main thing is get a few ridges in it for strength, but apart from that, there isn't really a whole lot to it. I don't know how it's going to put up much of a fight getting it out. My main concern is if we're going to have enough lip around here to set the floor pan onto. We've got a whole new lip on this side, so we're flying this side, but it's just that back along the, well, not the back but the middle, I suppose, along the transmission tunnel, and then we're gonna have along here. We're gonna fix this, so we should be okay there. I'm hoping here is okay, because if not, we're gonna have to make there, and then yeah, we're just going to figure it out really. So I'm just going to start cutting this out. I am going to do this in two parts. This will be the rear section, this will be the front section, and we'll not join them together until we'll put the new cross member brace thing in along here. But obviously I can't do that until I get the car up on its side, which is kind of annoying. But we're here now, and we're just going to have to chop. I really didn't think when I bought this car I was going to have to put filler on my A-pillars, the little scratch marks in. In fact, I didn't think I was going to have to do a lot of stuff. So I might have to do a wee patch on the floor here. Thought I might have even got away without having to put sills in it, but you know, as is life. So we're here now, we just got to keep on blasting, I suppose. So I'll slap you in time lapse, we'll cut some floor out. We'll try and think of some sort of battle plan for making a new floor. Okay, so we got some of that floor cut out now. Basically we're just doing this area at the moment, and I cleaned up inside this channel and put some primer on it. I've taken away this floor all the way around. I still need to take the spot welds and seal off this center bit, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And I do need to go over this here and basically probably got to cut out basically the bottom inches here and remanufacture this whole bottom bit. But I think that'll be a bit easier later on. I don't really want to be welding or grinding too much around here because this is the fuel line, and we're going to remove this shortly anyway. See, that's actually that's been rubbed against it for some time. Look at that there. Yeah, so we're going to take that out anyway, because we don't need that there for the MX5 swap. All this wiring actually is going to go, but just for now we're just not going to weld this in. I have went ahead and cut a bit of sheet metal, so that fits in there like that. I don't think we're going to do the same floor pan design. I think I'm just going to put a couple of beads in it just to add a bit of strength. I don't think it needs a whole lot, so what I'm just going to do that now is going to basically draw a few lines in this here where it's in, bead it, and at least that'll be a bit more strength in it. That there is pretty much how you make a floor. So I'll draw some lines in this now, and then we'll go over the bead roller and roll some beads into it. So this is my bead roller. I think I've showed you this before a few times now. Got it wired up with a window wiper motor, and you can bring it one way, bring it the other way, so that's pretty handy. It was a hand crank one, but ain't nobody got time for that. So and I have this marked out, and we're pretty much just going to roll some beads into this. Nothing too fancy, just a couple. This isn't going to be anything too fancy, just 2 straight lines in this here. A bit too fast for my liking, but I haven't really overly got the hang of this yet, to be honest with you, but I'm going to power on anyway. Right, so there's starting to get tension now, so there's one, no, so I haven't really got a hang of this totally yet, but there's a wee bit of tension there now, so let's do 1.5. And yeah, that looks terrible. Excellent. A fence or something for this here would be a good job. Seeing you if you were going straight, but or even marking the lines side by side. Right, so that's what it looks like with one really poor looking line. Looks a bit better from the underside, but kind of annoying that it's not straight. I might make a table for this some stage so I can have some sort of fence, but you know, or even if it relines up the side of this. So I'm just going to keep on powering on this here, put you on time lapse, and I'll see what I can do. Hopefully I can make it look a bit better than that one there. So I'm not really sure how much I've recorded of me rolling this floor pan, but we have some beads in it now. They're a bit wiggly, but they're down here, and as long as they're there, it is kind of bowed a wee bit. I did try to straighten it out a bit, but I haven't got it perfect just yet. So next up, I'm going to pop this back out again.
thing. You can see they're kind of wiggly, but it's underneath the carpet. As long as it's strong, it's definitely still a bit bowed. Figure that out after. Right, so in here is all nice and clean. We have most of the spot welds out now. I just need to grind these down a bit. Main concern, I want to cut this bottom lip out probably from about an inch up and remanufacture this whole bit, as I said before. But this is the fuel line, and I don't really want to nick it or weld around it too much because it has been rubbing there, so it's probably not as strong as it should be. And I think I probably should just pull the engine out at this stage, because I'm going to replace that fuel line anyway. I am definitely going to put an MX5 fuel tank in the boot because I just think it'll work better for what I want to do, and no doubt the boot floor is absolutely rotten anyway. I haven't investigated too much yet, but judging by every bit of this car I've touched is mostly rotten, so I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that the boot floor is probably rotten as well. But yes, what I am going to do is I'm pretty much going to probably try and make this bit first. So see, it's just wires dangling about places that didn't touch anywhere, and it's kind of one of the reasons I want to get rid of this whole loom, because it's just an absolute joke. So many people have fondled it in the past. There's my second ignition barrel, you see there, and then there's one here. That's a good job, I like that. But yes, I'm gonna, should I cut it out first? I suppose this bit would be the easiest bit, wouldn't it? Because it's closer to me. I don't have to stretch to get it. So I'm gonna replace this bit here first then. And yeah, I'll put you in time lapse for that there. And hopefully we don't explode and I don't nick that fuel line. But what I might do is maybe make something that sits on the top of it. Even a bit of rubber, even a bit of hose or something. Bound to be able to find something I can kind of cover that with, and at least it'll protect it a bit. Right, let's see how we got on here then. You see me cutting that out in time lapse there. Got this cut out. I used some damp rags with these fuel lines. It's a bit savage, I know, but we're going to take all that out soon. But for now, this is what we're at. So I've made this patch here. It's going to sit in there, right? There is a gap here, so I'm probably just going to bring the tunnel out to my patch. And then once we get that in, we can cut this next bit out. Probably just do this in one piece. And then probably got the patch that wee bit there as well. Had a bit of time there while the primer was drying and that, so I cleaned this area up and got it in primer, so that's that reel done. This reel can't do till we have the car inside, so that's what I'm saying. Next thing I'm gonna have to do, I think, is just pull the engine and box out, which shouldn't be too much of a big job, I wouldn't imagine. Biggest pain in the ass is I'm gonna have to get my engine crane down from up there and put it together. And it's massive, it takes up a load of space. And then I'm going to have to find somewhere to put the engine, because the engine takes a load of space. I do have it up for sale, but yeah, no one seems to be biting at the minute. Probably have to drop the price down a bit. But yes, I'm going to get this patch welded in now, and I'll chat to you in a bit. This job was a right pain in the ass, to be honest with you. It was really, really hard, but I'll show you it. So this is where we're at. I do have this all patched up now. Making the patches was easy. It's just the access wasn't great. I actually had this in 4 bits. There's a bit over there, and there, just to get the kind of the sweep that we needed. But it's on there, and it's definitely better than it was. I'll show you the bits that I cut out. So these are the 3 bits that I've cut out of it. Then it's just that one lip, just sliced into 3 bits, and I suppose I could have got away with just doing a couple of wee patches in this here, but it's not great steel. It's pretty rotten in certain areas, so I'm happy I did that. And yeah, it doesn't look amazing. I'm not gonna say it does, but by the time I put seam sealer over that there and everything, it'll be fine. I'm happy to the point that it's solid again, and I've got something decent to weld it. So let's see if my floor pan still fits in. I actually haven't tried this yet. Okay, so it does still fit in. Still very buckled from the bead rolling, but that's gonna go there like that there. By the time I put loads of spot welds out there and everything, it's gonna be lovely. I am gonna do this same type of thing back here. I'll do the same beads and everything here, and then when I put my new center bit in, there'll just be a closing sheet that goes between the two. Yes, I know it's not the way it's meant to be, but at this point it doesn't even matter anymore as long as it's solid. Well, this I never intended this here to be perfect restoration. I want it to be a solid car, and this makes it solid. I think it actually looks quite cool. Not nice looking in this. Not that you're gonna see it, and it's not really that straight lines, but once it's down there, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's that job done anyway. For now, should I go ahead and weld it in? Don't really want to weld it in yet. I need to do a bit more trimming in that back corner, and then see this bent bit up here that to do the floor pan up a bit. I need to sort that out. But yes, we have this done at least. And yeah, what are we going to work on next? I have no idea how long this upload's going to be, because I'm not really sure what I've actually recorded at this point. Okay guys, to wrap this upload up then, I want to do a few wee things. So I have my angle thing. It basically tells you where angle is at. So I've got this, I put that to there, set to 0, set to 0, there we go, right, mark there. So that's our calibration point. And then if I set that on the engine block, we are getting 11.5. So I'm going to write that on the windscreen. Actually it was 4.5, but I don't think a wee tiny bit of angle is going to make much difference. So I'll have that done there, right? So now I know what angle my engine needs to be at. So I can now take this engine out, and yeah, so I might get started on removing this engine on this upload. My biggest problem is my engine crane's up there and I am down here. I've got quite a sore back, so the thought of having to get that down is really disheartening. But I don't think it's going to be a big job getting this out compared to a modern car, so I might just pull out now. I'm going to set the car down on the ground a bit, but I will disconnect everything on the underside. Now when it's up in the air, blast the ground, drop the coolant, and it should come out. There's no power steering or anything to fight me, and then we can start removing all this wiring loom and stuff like that there. But the biggest thing I want to do is get this tipped on side to basically work on this center area here and replace it with them ones I have, but I can't do it at this angle, and I don't want to do it with the engine in the car either. So I'm gonna pull the engine out, get the car on side again, and then we can work on this. So yeah, should I do this in this upload? Righto, so this is where we're at then. The only thing I've removed so far is the cross member for under the gearbox. I couldn't get the prop shaft out because the diff, the handbrake's on and stuff like that there, so I'm hoping that the prop shaft, there's like, it looks like a bit in the end that slides in and out, so hopefully that slides out. Not 100% sure yet, but yeah. And then the only thing I've done in the engine bay is take these oil hoses off the oil cooler, pulled the dizzy cap off because I had to get in there anyway. And yeah, the wiring is pretty poor anyway, so it's all just sitting in there. See a lot. And yeah, surprisingly any of this actually stayed on instead of just falling out, but
Yeah, there's wires here that don't go anywhere. These two wires, there's that comes off there, and that's just a ground. And that actually doesn't go anywhere apparently. Right, so the only thing on this side then is this ground left. Like, there's lots of wires here that don't do anything. And then, yeah, I've taken the ones off the starter motor when I was underneath there. And around here, there's anything left to take off. Apart from the throttle cables and the fuel line. And this hose here. We may be pretty good to start pulling. Couldn't really be arsed trying to get the bolts out of the end rubber mount, so I've just cut that one as much as I could with the sawzall, and hopefully it will rip the rest of it out. Oh, careful now. And then this one on this side doesn't actually look like it's connected, so hoping that that side's already broken. See, it's a bit of hassle if I have to disconnect stuff, because I'm not putting this back in again. So yeah, right. I know I said I put you in time lapse for that first bit, but I couldn't even see what I was doing myself, never mind trying to redirect the camera. So yeah, I am gonna now, I've got the engine crane down, but I have to put that together. Yeah, half over there, and then we're gonna start tugging, see what happens. So it actually is probably a week or two later now from the last clip. I just took a break from this here, but now we're back and we have it on the engine crane. Everything's disconnected, I think. Got a lift now from an MX5, so put that down there, and then this side is chain wrapped around the exhaust manifold. Hopefully it doesn't snap. Cut the engine mounts because I don't care about them, and let's see if we can get this engine out pretty easily. It could end up being a bit more difficult, but we'll see. I may have forgotten the shifter, which I think would cause great difficulty getting the engine in. Whoops, I'll take that out and then we'll try again. So I think I finally got this now. Oh my. Yeah, we're not taking the reader right now. But it won't be a work thing. That was a mission. So I've taken the engine out before, and turns out trying to be lazy and not disconnecting everything just doing it this way is not any quicker. In fact, I think it's slower, because things catch on things, and yeah. But it's out. Well, not quite out yet, but it will be out in a second. Okay guys, then I think I'm gonna call it quits for this upload. What did we get done this time? We got the floor pan done. Well, half the floor pan done on this driver's side. I'm happy enough with that there, and I got that transmission tunnel repaired around the bottom. We got the engine out, and yeah, I'm happy enough with that progress. Next time, I think we're gonna tackle this main cross member along the middle, and I'm gonna get the fuel tank out because I want to try and fit an MX5 fuel tank so I can use the clocks and all the gauges and everything will work, and it'll be nice. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.